Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rontrades, and we're back here with another trade video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over some things that is not talked about on social media, Twitter, Discord, all of those things, YouTube. No one talks about this topic right here, which is going to be my 2023 mental hurdles that not only have I faced, but I've talked to other traders and they have faced the same exact thing. So for the first one, guys, it's going to be fear of entry. And this comes from once you get a live account. Going back this year, I had a 200K live account from TFT. On phase 1 and phase 2, I did everything perfect. I entered my trades when it was time to. I got out of my trades when it was time to. I didn't second guess. I didn't overthink. I didn't have any regrets. I was literally entering my trades when they shown. I entered and I accepted their risk. I didn't care what happened. The moment I got my live account, everything changed. I was scared to get inside of my trades. I was scared to get out of my trades. I was quick to get out. I was quick to get out of. I was quick to get out of a winning trade. And all those things came from fear of entry, lack of understanding of oneself. It wasn't lack of understanding of my model. I didn't understand who I was as a person once I got that live account. That was my first time trading with a 200K account. So I was not used to seeing those numbers, even though people say, hey, don't look at the numbers. Yeah, that's cool and all. It's easy to say that when you're in the sideline. It's easy to say that when you don't have a live account. Anyone can say that. Once you get the account, everything changes. You start, like I say, I was staring at a P&L. I was looking at my P&L. I was trading my P&L. I wasn't even trading the setup. I was trading what I was up, what I was down. So imagine trading that way. Some things I learned from that, guys, is, like I said, this happened early February, so I already passed this hurdle. I've pretty much mastered this hurdle because I know exactly what to do now. But learning from this hurdle right here, guys, the number one thing you want to do is you want to understand who you are as a person. You want to understand things that can tick you off and make you uncomfortable. And the first thing is gonna be is trading a account that you really are not ready to trade. I wasn't ready to trade a 200K account, even though I passed it, even though I made a withdrawal on it. I still personally wasn't ready to trade that account. I should have stayed with my 10K account, 20K accounts in that range because that's what I was comfortable with at that time. Second, we're going to go into analysis paralysis. Most traders do this. A lot of traders on YouTube, they do this. A lot of traders in Telegram chats, they still on this. And I used to be on the same exact thing. Analysis paralysis is when you know too much. It's information overload. This is why I try to tell a lot of people, and like I say, a lot of traders that have an edge already, don't stop learning, but continue to learn the same exact thing. So what do I mean by that, Ron? So let's say if you're an OTE trader, don't go look at anything else. Study the OTE every single day. You study that one thing over and over and over and over and over. That's acceptable. But once you have a model and it's proven that it works and you start looking for this and you start trying to be like this person, trying to do this ICT concept, this guy here, you're not going to enter a trade. You're never going to be able to trade live because you know so many concepts. You're going to be looking for this order block, this fat value gap, this breaker block, this rejection block. You're going to be looking for everything and you're never going to press that button. You're going to make every excuse in the world why you didn't press that button. I've been through that. And like I just told you, the way to overcome that, guys, is you want to stick with one model and you want to study and back test that model and you want to, study that information on that model only. Don't look at anything else, especially if the model is proven that it works. The third thing, guys, we're going to be going over is lack of self-confidence. And this comes 9 times out of, well, I won't say 9, 10 times out of 10, this comes from when you're on a losing streak. Now, I know right now you're probably listening to this and, you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, I've experienced this one a lot. Yeah, most traders experience this. I experienced this a lot, especially once going back to, like I say, once I got my first 200K account, this is when I started to experience, man, I have very low self-confidence when things are not going my way. So what do I mean by that? So like I say, guys, most of the time when people have lack of self-confidence in trading, they're pretty much either coming from a losing streak or they're about to get on a losing streak, right? So things I learned from this, and this is something that I still struggle with. Like I say, I strive to be transparent on this YouTube channel because I don't care about views and clout and fame. That doesn't get me paid. I care about being transparent. So lack of self-confidence is something that I still struggle with, believe it or not. Once I do go on losing streaks, it's hard for me to take that next trade with confidence because I'm always thinking, oh, I'm already on three losing streak. What if this one? What if this one loses? Things like that, and things that I'm working on with building that and getting better with that, especially going in 2024. It's understanding when you're about to lose, right? Understanding how you can cut your losers short. Cutting my losers short the last couple months has helped me out a lot. Even when I do go on losing streaks, I'm not losing a lot of capital because I'm cutting my trade short, and I'm pretty much stopping myself from getting hit full stop, and that is a big relief on my psychology. Instead of letting my trade hit stop loss every single time on the losing streak. So that means that you're getting full stopped out 4 times in a row. I mean, you're pretty much in some good drawdown. But if you cut your trade short, you still have some nice mental capital left. So that's how I'm overcoming that. Like I say, guys, number 3 is what I still struggle with to this day. The 4th one is going to be drug abuse. A lot, like I say, most traders I talk to, they do drugs. They do like weed, alcoholism, things like that. The drug abuse thing for me, I already talked about it on my YouTube channel. Like I say, I brought this into trading. Trading didn't make me pick up weed. I was already smoking weed before I came into trading. This is just a something that I brought. Like I say, I brought this into trading. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm losing, I need something to fill this void. It was never that. I already was smoking weed before I came to trading, but I understood that I had to let it go in order for me to get to where I'm at now. Being able to walk into consistency, being able to walk into, being profitable and actually enjoying it, and actually, understanding that I deserve to be successful. Like I say, if you do drugs, if you're alcohol, if you do a lot of weed and you're a trader, I'm telling you, man, the best thing to do is to stop it, because it's going to stunt your growth. Whether you believe it or not, I'm not the guy to get up here and say don't do drugs, because this is coming from a guy that did drugs for fucking 5 years, in a row. So I'm not saying go cold turkey, but what I'm saying is if you can use it in moderation on the weekend, it's probably the best thing to do. If you can go cold turkey, that's going to be even better. So like I said, you're going to have a lot of more positive benefits, not only in your trading, but in your real life. And like I always say, if you have a good real life, you're pretty much going to have a nice, good trading journey also. So like I say, number 4, I don't struggle with that. I've been cold turkey for the last 3 months. So that's not a struggle for me anymore. It used to be. Like I said, I can go into detail about that. Like I say, guys, if you're smoking weed and trading, you're not going to be able to make educated, smart decisions. You're not going to be able to make sharp decisions. Your mind is clouded. Trust me, this is coming from a guy that smoked weed. I know how it is. If you're high off marijuana, you're not going to be able to make good decisions by taking trades. You're going to fool yourself and say, oh, yeah, this is a good trade. But you're stoned. You're stone high. Your brain is not even functioning the right way. It's moving slow. So those are all recipes for disaster. So, yeah, if you are struggling with number 4, which is drug abuse, I highly advise either to find some help or just snap out of it and go cold turkey like I did. Last but not least, guys, is going to be looking at losers as life or death. This is something that I struggle with really, 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 really bad the first half of this year. And like I say, it goes all back to once I got that live account. Notice how everything is, kind of situated towards a live account or a new account or a big account, not demo. On demo, this is not. I didn't care about the loss or the win on demo account. It all happened once I got that live account, and most people don't talk about these things. That's why I'm talking about it. Like I say, last but not least, guys, looking at losers as life or death. This comes from ego. It comes from a lot of things, especially for men. It comes from ego. Can't accept losers. You're probably trading with an account that you really should not be trading with. Like I say, for my example, I was trading with a 200K account when I knew I should have not been trading with that account. Even though I passed it, like I say, even though I got a withdrawal, I knew I should have not been trading with that account because my mental capital and my mental edge could not, withstand those numbers and withstand that pressure of trading with that type of account. So looking at losers as life or death, it also stems from a lack of knowledge of your model. If you don't understand your model, and you get inside of a winning trade, you're not going to want to let that trade go, because you don't even know, because like I say, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. You don't know when your model is going to show. You don't know, like I say, the next time your model is going to form the next week. You don't know anything about your model. So once you do get inside of a winning trade, you're not going to let that go. Now let's flip-flop that. Let's say you get inside of a losing trade. You're going to feel like, oh, I thought this was the one. This is a good trade here. I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know my model, man. And, let me just go learn something else. Or better yet, you probably just quit. So how I overcame this, guys, is a couple things. Like I said, this fifth topic, it can be different for a lot of people, but this is how I overcame looking at losers as life or death. Understanding myself first and foremost a little bit more better, that helped out. Understanding my model is really what tipped it out. Once I understood how I'm going to lose, when I'm going to lose, what time my model should form, what day my model is going to form, this right here was eliminated almost like instantly. And this came from back testing and case studying a lot. So if you're back testing and case studying, you're not going to feel this number 5 topic, because you know exactly what, like I say, you know exactly what your model should be doing. You know exactly what it should not be doing. You know pretty much when it's going to form. So having that arsenal behind your back, you're not going to run into topic 5. So it's going to be the end of this video. Very, off-topic video. It's not about technical analysis, not about the bias. This is about things that you're going to incur once you get that live account. So hopefully this video helped. Hopefully this video resonated with someone. If not, that's okay. I promise you're going to run into it one day. But like I say, at the end of the day, guys, make sure you are trading safe and make sure you are doing what works for you. And if any one of these 2023 mental hurdles resonates with you, please do what you need to do to fix them. Peace.